An update now in the gruesome killing spree in Chinatown, where 4 homeless people were beaten to death while they were sleeping. A 5th person remains in critical condition. 24-year-old Randy Rodriguez Santos, also homeless, has been charged with 4 counts of murder, 1 count of attempted murder, and unlawful possession of marijuana. CBSN New York's Reena has more on the story.
24-year-old Randy Rodriguez Santos walked out of the 5th precinct in handcuffs. Police say the homeless man is responsible for killing 4 men early Saturday. You can see officers arriving to the horrific scene just before 2 a.m. on Bowery near Doyer Street.
When the responding officers arrived at the location, they discovered an unconscious male lying in the street with severe head trauma.
They found 1 man dead and another critically injured. It didn't stop there. Shortly after, they discovered 3 more bodies a block away on East Broadway. Police say all 5 victims were homeless and beaten with a pipe as they slept. Officers arresting Rodriguez Santos shortly after.
I was sit down with one of them, right on that bench. We was, hang out together. Terrible. Terrible. It's not easy to swallow with pain. It's not easy. That would happen to me too.
As people try to wrap their heads around the senseless bloodshed, they're also demanding change.
I think it's horrible. I mean, homelessness it's an issue. I walk past it, we see it.
Earlier this year, in its State of the Homeless report, the Coalition for the Homeless said under the de Blasio administration, the number of people living in city shelters has reached record highs, with 64,000 people in January. We tried to speak with the mayor after this violent killing spree.
Mr. Mayor, can you say anything? Mr. Mayor?
He did not answer our questions. Instead, a spokesperson later told us, quote, "We will do all we can to ensure another tragedy like this never happens again, including a higher police presence and more homeless outreach in the area." The Department of Social Services also tells us the agency has launched the most comprehensive street outreach program nationwide, taking more than 2,200 people off the streets. But CBS 2 urban affairs expert Mark Peters says the city needs to be doing even more.
Given the significant rise in the number of homeless, the city clearly is not doing enough to tackle this problem. It needs to do a much more efficient, better job of outreach than it's done in the last several years.